Howdy folks, hope you're all having a good one, and welcome back to World of Tanks with the Mighty Jingles. So this is Scrubs for lunch. We'll talk in a moment about the skin that he's got in his Leopard 1 here. He actually sent me 2 replays. This is the second one that I looked at. I watched the first one and I thought, yeah, this is good. I can make a video out of this. Then I started watching this one. And until about halfway through I was thinking, I wasn't really feeling it. Maybe I can use this as background footage and mingles with jingles, but I can't see myself making an actual video about it. And then, shit got real. You'll understand. You'll probably feel the same way until it happens. But yes, this Leopard 1 skin. Oh, tier 10 battle, by the way, obviously. It's a tier 10 tank here on the Westfield map. I'm not usually a fan of some of the more out there skins that they put on tanks in World of Tanks lately, but I kind of like this one. So, I mean, there's a slim chance that some of you out there aren't actually aware of this tank's characteristics. The Leopard 1 is a very, very good tank, but it's not for everybody. It's got a reasonably high skill floor. Basically because it doesn't have any armour. Scrubs has just formed a platoon with the EBR 105 over there and moved up in a position to hopefully be able to shoot at targets that the EBR is spotting, and it's already run into an enemy EBR, but it's got plenty of backup and support, so hopefully it'll be okay. No luck with that shot. The thing about the Leopard 1, it's a very powerful tank, but it needs to be used very carefully. Oh, that's a good hit. Because it doesn't have any armour. It's got an amazing gun, and the mobility is off the charts, but the armour protection, well, it just doesn't have any. See, this tank was developed at the time when, I mean, there's always been a bit of an arms race going on between tank guns and tank armour. And at the time the Leopard 1 was developed, tank guns were winning, mostly due to the introduction of shaped ammunition as standard. High explosive anti-tank shells. Oh, the EBR's in trouble. Oh, that's not good. That is not good at all. And he's dead. Oh well, never mind. Conventional thinking at the time, at least in Germany, and they weren't really wrong, was that it really didn't matter how much armour you started putting on a tank. Oh wow, they've just lost... What the hell's a can opener? Okay. Alright. Team of 1 kill down. But yeah, the thinking amongst German tank engineers at the time the Leopard 1 was being developed was that it was pointless putting more and more and more armour on a tank, because shape charge ammunition was always going to be able to defeat it, and in order to make your tank proof against shape charge ammo you'd have to put so much armour on it that it would basically be immobile. So they decided, basically, let's just not bother putting any armour on it at all and just focus on mobility, make mobility its protection. Not that they didn't put any armour on the tank, they basically proofed it against small arms fire, fragmentation damage, but any anti-tank gun of almost any caliber is going to be able to defeat the armour on the Leopard 1. What this tank has is speed. I mean, look at this thing move. It was trying to support the EBR from the safety of the woods on the opposite side of the valley, but that wasn't working, so he has to take a bit of a risk now with the team's Batchat 25T taking over spotting duties. So he's managed to administer a dose of surprise butt sex to the Concept 5 over there, but of course got spotted in return, and now he's in serious trouble, because as you can see, the Leopard 1 just doesn't have any armour. He really needs to either kill that Concept 5 and get into cover on the ridge up there, or just disengage and get the hell out of here completely. Okay, the Concept 5's dead, that's good stuff. Taken out by the Batchat, actually. That Batchat's going to have a very good game. Actually, come to think of it, the Batchat kind of has exactly the same strengths and weaknesses as the Leopard 1. It's also an extremely mobile tank with absolutely bugger all in the way of armour, but a very, very dangerous gun. Although obviously the Batchat has an autoloader, the Leopard 1 does not. Honestly, I think I prefer the Leopard's gun. This is a German license-built version of the British Royal Ordnance L7 105mm anti-tank gun. It is an amazingly good gun. In fact, for most of the 70s, 80s and 90s, this was the gun to have on a Western tank. Even the M1 Abrams used this gun when it was first introduced, at a time when most main battle tanks, and NATO at least, were switching to 120mm guns. Well, that was mostly just due to the fact that the Abrams 120mm gun wasn't actually ready at the time, but the M1 Abrams in the first Gulf War were using this gun. Scrub's gunning the engine again to get back over the valley. If you have a look at the map, up to the northwest, things are not looking good at all. The thing is, with this tank's lack of armour and amazing gun, facing that lot directly, not really what you want to be doing. And I think Scrubs has figured that the two, or was three, but the UDES is moving as well. But the two remaining enemies, the K91 and the Batchat, can probably handle that last one remaining enemy tank. Although the K91 is asking for help, and I think Scrubs has just realised that facing off against that mess of enemy tanks up to the northwest, in a tank with this armour, not a good idea, so he's doubling back to help out. And I think that's probably the wise move here, because if they can get rid of that object, keep the K91 alive, although it doesn't look like they're going to be able to keep the K91 alive, then he can actually support the rest of the team from somewhere where he can actually make a difference with this gun, over here. We've got a Bobjet spotted over there. Okay, the Batchat's managed to kill the Object 430. Here's the issue. The Bobjet over there, that thing, especially from this range, even with gold ammo, its armour is just ridiculous. Even at close range, unless you're accurate enough to snipe the extremely small hatches on top where you can get around the sides, you just can't beat it. Okay, there's still 2 kills down, and the enemy team have a substantial hit point advantage. I mean, the other Batchat and the K91 are both one-shot kills, and Scrubs isn't doing particularly well for hit points either. The Batchat with the most health on 2 kills is flanking around. Oh, nice! He's just managed to get himself his 3rd kill, taking out the enemy Batchat 25T. Unfortunately, the enemy Leopard 1 has finished off the K91, so it hasn't actually made that much of a difference. Scrubs, I mean, you can see, it's just, it's almost, unless you've got a flat side or the rear of that object over there, it's basically a waste of time even shooting at it, even with gold ammo. Both teams' artillery just got nuked at almost exactly the same time there. Unfortunately, the enemy Leopard 1 just finished off the low health Batchat, which means there's now 3 of them against 6, and the enemy team have triple their available hit point total. Scrubs scores his 2nd kill there, nailing the Driller 15. It's a very useful kill. That's an extremely dangerous tank destroyer with a very, very nasty gun. Gets a hit on the enemy Leopard 1. There is, however, somebody in the cap circle. That's going to be the Type 71. Another shot against the Bobjet, but yeah. Not from this range. Not from that angle. Never going to happen. I mean, he's going to keep trying, because he's even at this range trying to snipe the commander's hatches. That's how desperate he's getting to actually inflict some damage on that thing. I mean, the Leopard can do it, but even a gun with this accuracy is going to need to get lucky at that kind of range. Type 71 still in the cap circle. Manticore, unfortunately, I mean, you look at the positions of his 2 surviving teammates, neither the Manticore nor the Batchat are going to be able to spot that cap circle, which means Scrubs is going to have to do it. Enemy Leopard 1's been taken out. Scrubs is going to have to think about moving soon if he wants to reset that cap before the Type 71. Oh, and he's gotten spotted. Luckily, he's extremely fast and a very, very difficult target to hit while moving at long range. He's got 20 seconds left. The Manticore's gone down. It's just him and the Batchat. 13 seconds. Takes a blind shot. He's going to get one more shot to reset the Type 71. There he is. Make sure this one hits, because you've got 2 seconds, 1 second to go, and he gets the cap reset off. Disaster narrowly averted. Now he needs to kill him, and the Type 71 is only too happy to oblige. Oh, he's gotten spotted. Oh, no. He's aiming up, and it hits, because of course it does. Bobjet blasts him right through the gun mantlet, and of course his return fire, even with gold ammo against that thing at this range from the front, or angled, it's just a complete waste of time. So now there's only 2 of them left alive, him and the Batchat, who is on 3 kills and has been having a very, very good game, but they don't even have 400 hit points between the 2 of them, and they definitely don't have any armour. But what they do both have is mobility. They're both too far apart to directly support each other, of course, and hopefully, and he has. I was kind of fingers crossed there, hoping the Batchat was going to be able to handle the Ho-Ri 3, so he's now on 4 kills. He's, like I said, been having a fantastic game. Unfortunately, his fantastic game ends there. The Bobjet took him out. So, 186 hit points versus two extremely well-armoured enemies who, well, they have a lot more health than he does. He's a one-shot kill for either of these two guys. He does have the ammo. I mean, at this stage in a battle, if you're in something like that bat chat, you might not actually have enough ammunition remaining to finish them off. You don't have that problem in the Leopard 1. The problem that he does have, of course, is that he has to, I mean, it's going to take 4 or 5 shots, and he has to get those 4 or 5 shots off and actually penetrate and do damage without taking a single shot in return. So ideally, he's going to want to be able to do it without getting spotted, which is going to be substantially easier said than done. The Leopard's great mobility, however, is allowing him to skirt around the flank up here and hopefully come at them. Oh, there's the object. Did he get spotted? He's just assuming he did. And I didn't see Sixth Sense go off, but the object, again, aiming at the commander's hatch, because from the front, what other option does he have? Oh, and he definitely, yeah, Sixth Sense took its time going off there. Another failed shot at the commander's hatch, because even at this range, from the front, that's pretty much what you have to hit. So, got to look on the bright side, I suppose. He knows where the object is. He doesn't know where the mouse is, but, well, his last report position was way too far away to directly assist. The object. Oh, he actually managed to score a penetrating hit. Okay. Object's probably now a one-shot kill. The mouse is not a fast tank, and it looks like he's probably going to have to struggle uphill to get here. Which means Scrubs, he has some time to get the kill on that Russian tank destroyer. But he doesn't have all the time in the world, because he can't face both of them at the same time. So he's moved up here where there isn't a huge amount of concealment, but there is some cover. So hopefully if they both spot each other, and hopefully the object isn't waiting for the mouse to arrive, but if they both spot each other at the same time, his superior aiming time and mobility will allow him to squeeze off a shot and then duck back behind the rocks. But, well, the longer he sits up here waiting, the more the chance that the mouse is going to turn up. So he's putting that mobility to use again. And it's almost as if Scrubs' spider sense was tingling here, thinking, I haven't seen that object in a while, maybe it's trying to be equally sneaky. And it is, it was trying to flank around him. Good call, you've got him. And also, no sign of the mouse. So whatever the mouse was doing, it wasn't moving up here to assist the object. So if it wasn't doing that, what was it doing? I mean, if he was coming up here, he would have been here by now. And there we go, mystery solved. He's in the cap circle. Well, that does make sense for a couple of reasons. He's probably planning on the object being able to hold Scrubs back long enough to win by capping. But with the object dead, that still kind of works, because there's no way a mouse is going to be able to successfully chase a leopard around the map. So he's now forcing Scrubs to come to him, because if he doesn't do that, the mouse is going to win by capping. The downside for the mouse is that Scrubs now knows exactly where he is, and is always going to have the luxury of taking the first cap reset shot off from stealth before the mouse can do anything about it. And with the Leopard's mobility, he doesn't have to head straight to the cap. He's got the time to flank all the way around and shoot the mouse up from the rear by crossing the valley once again and getting up onto the opposite ridge. Only doesn't even need to do that, because he's spotted him from here. And the mouse, he's got the flank, there's one, it's going to take one more shot. The mouse didn't see him, he was double bushed through the trees. And there it is. I don't think too many people would disagree if I was this. I mean, you can see why initially when I started watching this replay I was thinking, maybe I can use this as some background footage in Mingles with Jingles. I didn't think I'd actually be making a full video out of it, but well, you could see that Scrubs just didn't really know where to go in the first half of the battle. First on one side of the map, then on the other, then he'd change his mind and he'd go back again, trying to adapt to the situation as it evolved. But the final half of the battle, he absolutely came through. And this was 100% a team effort, by the way. I mean, Scrubs did well, but he wouldn't have been able to do it without 3 of his teammates in particular. The Bat Chat, who was the last other surviving member of the team, and you'll see when we come to take a look at the individual results. In fact, let's do it now. So there's Scrubs at the top with 6,500 damage done and 1100 base XP, although not that far ahead of the other Bat Chat with 5,000 damage done, equalled his 4 kills, and also got 1100 base experience. Special mention to the other Bat Chat. Didn't do quite as well, but, well, did enough. Got 3 kills of his own. And then the Manticore, who did less than 1,000 damage, but after the EBR got smacked down right at the beginning of the battle, stepped up and did almost 6,000 spotting. And how about that Bobject? Well, no steel wall, because he died. To get the steel wall, you have to not only block a ton of damage, but also survive the battle. And he did block nearly 3,000 with his armour, and I think almost all of that, if not all of that, was probably from Scrubs, although Scrubs had the last laugh because he did finally kill him. And as a result of all of that, Scrubs only lost 52,000 credits. Which just goes to prove what I always say, and I do always say it, if you can't take a joke, you shouldn't be playing World of Tanks. Anyway, congratulations Scrubs, and to the other 3 members of his team who all finished after him on experience earned. Hope you all enjoyed it, and as always, take care, and I'll catch you next time.